Oh, there's always some contact. People off behind us, in front of us. Hopefully that will buff out. Hello and welcome to another GT Sport video. I'm John, and I'm posting this video because my man, Super GT, isn't posting any videos right now, and I miss watching Gran Turismo Sport videos. So, if you like his, you might like these. Maybe, maybe not. So, Nations Cup race, a Saturday race. These are the FIA races, which I have a hard time getting to. I entered this race. I am a BMW and a Porsche guy, so to race a all BMW M3 E46 race is pretty cool. So I'll take it. Who is this newcomer? QuadrantX, out of nowhere, qualified 8th. I had 0 points in the Nations Cup. All of these gentlemen around me and ladies have points, so they've obviously been in this battle. So I'm not going to try to get in anybody's way or ruin their championship. I'm just going to try to have a nice, clean, fun race. So this was a challenging race because BMWs in Gran Turismo, I think, are a little tail happy. So you gotta be careful. So I thought this would be a fun race. It's at Bathurst, so in Australia. I love this track. Tight track, not very wide. It is wide open, but just not very wide. There's some tight corners. Standing starts, lining up 8th on the grid. This is gonna be exciting. Here come the jets for a flyover to signify the start of this race. Lights out, green, let's go. A lot of wheel spin. A lot of wheel spin. 20 cars going down to turn 1. A tight second gear left-hander. Oh, there's always some contact. People off behind us, in front of us. We're just gonna let this play out. Looks like we're in 7th. There's people on the grass still behind us. Okay, 7th. Sounds pretty good. We'll leave it here. Looks like the guy behind me is gaining. Sport Proof 2. I'm gonna cover the inside and try to get off this corner good. This is a weird corner. If you downshift to second, it's 2. You're hitting the rev limiter. You go to third, it's a little bit boggy coming out of that corner, so you gotta carry a lot more speed than you think. Climbing up the hill now. Just trying to be clean. Remember, the tires are cold. I think this race is going to be a no stop. Good on fuel and tires will wear, but lately Gran Turismo has been putting these races as just minimal tire wear. Oh, this corner's really tough. It looks like I got passed right there. Oof. Getting hit a little bit. Oh. Here goes my paint job. Hopefully that will buff out. Alright, I didn't lose a place here, but I wasn't helped either. This corner is super important. Long straightaway. You want to maximize your power and maximum speed through that last corner so you can just get on the gas this whole corner. You're slipstreaming, they're pulling up in the draft. Guys behind me are gaining big time because I have no one to get a tow from in front of me. I'm too far behind. Tough corner, hard on the brakes. Oh, my poor BMW. It's already got some damage. Okay, let's just focus. Let's be easy on those tires. Gentle coming on the power here. It's a long race. It's 8 laps, but these laps are 2 minute 45, 2 minute 30 second laps. This is another important turn. It's just like an uphill run all the way to turn 2, and you can gain some time by drafting and coming off of that corner, obviously. Well, gain a little bit of speed right here over the crest. down to third gear for this turn 3. Get on the power early because you're not going to have a good power range right here in the engine's power band, so you just got to ride it out. Down 1 gear here, barely on the brakes. Keep the revs up so you can get the power on. Don't slide. Going to the top of the hill. You can almost take that flat, I think some people do. These are tricky. This corner right here. I see people get really wide on that and use this wall at the end of the turn. This corner is kind of tricky too. You can easily get out in the gravel trap. Looks like someone in front of us did, but the fact is, oh, look at this. Got it all wrong. So that's a tricky braking point. Your car is, the weight gets transferred to the front and the rear becomes light, and there's a couple of dips and slight turns. So this one too is very tricky downhill. Looks like I just gave Sport Proof that place because I messed up there. All right, let's get on with it. So I didn't practice much for this race, maybe about 10 minutes before, so I got about 2 or 3 laps in. Found out that this BMW is a little bit tail happy. You have to be careful, especially on the brakes as well. I'm running brake bias, just neutral, 0 position. Usually I run it with a little bit of front brake bias, but these downhill runs, I didn't want to change it during the race, corner per corner. So I just left it and got used to driving it that way. So I'm noticing too that Sport Proof Prof 2. Let's call him Sport Proof. That's what I'm calling him. Sport Prof. He's sliding around a lot. Let's take a look up at some people in front of us. 234 for him, 235. Lap times I'm looking at 237. 233. Oh, there's a nice livery. It looks like the leader here is a 232.5. It's going pretty quick. Very smooth. Back down to 9th place, trying to catch this group in front of me. Look at that, beautiful. This track is so narrow. I've watched some Super V, Super 8, Super V8 races here. I'm not sure, I forgot what it was. Really entertaining though. This track is really built for a lot of action, especially this section right here. So this is a tough downhill braking right here. Looks like I took it a little bit better this time. Don't want to give any more places away. Let's just concentrate. That's a tricky braking point right there. And then this corner right here, you really want to get it good, like I said, because you really want to gain as much power as you can here in the slipstream. Let's take a look on board. Just don't feel like I'm gaining anything here. Wow, look at those classic BMW gauges. Nice. Hard on the brakes. You don't see that very much often. Let me try that again. You don't see, oh look at Sport Proof getting all wrong in front of me. You don't see that very often, somebody reaching down to actually shift. Downshifting down here, heel and towing. Down to second. Oh, he's using all the curb there. So it looks like Nibble might be holding this group up. The guy in front of him. NT. This guy we're on board with, the guy in front of here. So NT, CT. We are definitely It seems like we're catching up to that group. Might be holding us up a little bit. So look at Sport. Oh, he's getting all sideways. Look how much we're gaining right now just because we're going smooth. Not sliding at all. You really got to carry your momentum around these corners. Try the inside. Nope. I'm just going to keep it nice and tight. Focus on your own braking point. Don't look at that target in front of you. If you brake when he brakes and turn when he turns, it's all over. Little lift here. Get that corner straight as possible. Looking ahead towards the left, trying to get this corner right. See that person, CT, just bounced off the wall ahead of us. No penalties. I haven't seen any penalties for hitting that wall, using it to turn. Uh-oh. Yikes. Lucky he ghosted. So Nibble gave up the ghost right there. Look at Sport hitting the wall. Keep it nice and tidy through this stuff. Used to be when you hit those walls, you get penalties. So I was keeping it off the wall. I don't know what the deal is with the penalty system in FIA races, if it's a little more lenient. But I have done this daily race a lot. I like this track. Most challenging, I think, for me was racing this at night. And you just can't see anything. And you get like a tunnel vision. You spend a couple of, maybe 2-3 races in a row on it. It really was challenging. I think I have some of those replays we're going to watch here. But, yeah. Back end becomes light right there. Sacrifice this corner to be power on all the way. And you can see I'm getting it all wrong there. I left out the power right there. Not the way to do it. Hit that 100 board, down to second gear. Come on, these cars just don't gain anything. You really have to keep your momentum up. Come on. Just not gaining anything here. Got to be super smooth with this corner coming up. Take a look on board again. Keep down to third. Turn in. Power on. No, not the way to do it. So power on early right here, all the way up the hill. Good. Be smooth here. Oh, correction there. Does it seem like we're gaining on him? Downshift once. I'm actually on and off the brake right there to balance the car. On the power right now, all the way down this hill. Breathe it a little bit around this corner and lightly on the brakes, and then hard on the brakes right here. Down to second. Keep it tidy. See him sliding? Power on. I was kind of surprised at the amount of opposite lock and sliding he was doing oversteer through that corner, and I wasn't catching him. I felt like I was getting on the power really good, and he was losing a lot. Okay, this corner, slow down early, and then power on throughout this whole. There, that was a little bit better. That was much better. Look at that. Look how much I gained on him. He's gonna make it hard. We're gonna have to go down the outside. Little tap. Oh, jeez. Gave each other room. Nice. Ah, man, I'm ahead. Going into turn one. Looks like I got the pass done. Got the position back. Oh, come on. What? Great. Well, that wasn't very cool. I'm gonna lose that position too. Ah, man. Sport Prof, what's up with that? Down the 9th. Let's go back and take a look at that from his point of view. Actually, let's look at where this whole thing happened. Kind of go on board right here. Okay, we're definitely ahead right here. Hit the normal braking point, down to 2nd gear. Oh, what is this move? Yeah. Not very cool at all. Well, thanks. Let's look at it from inside here. Gaining. Nice and smooth through there. Look how much time I gained. This could have been a nightmare. I tried to brake a little earlier so I could do the undercut, but I didn't see him, so okay, cool. He's on the radar. I was watching the radar. Thought I had him here. You see him in the mirror. Okay, everything's great. Oh. It's all over the place here, trying to get back up to speed. Lost all the momentum for this hill. Oy. Go ahead. Not how I wanted that to go. Okay, let's gather it back up. Looking at people's tires here, it looks like everybody's okay on their tire wear. Sport hard tires. Scuba STU is just flying through this track. Wow. Jeez, look at that. You can physically see the speed. He's carrying so much more speed than it looks like a lot of other people. Back to me. Let's see. A little. Yeah, he took that corner much quicker than I did, which gave him a faster exit here, of course. Nice. I love these BMWs. I think they're actually going up in price. If you can find them on the used market, the third-party market. So as in most Gran Turismo races I do, BMWs seem to, they have good weight balance, 50-50 weight distribution, but the power seems to come on and gives you an oversteer or a loose car. So you gotta be careful because you end up chasing the rear end. I guess if you drive it constantly, you'll get used to that. I'm used to driving the Porsches, and they don't quite. They put the power down a little bit better in some instances. Like the Cayman is underpowered, I feel, so you can just mash the throttle down, and it doesn't break loose. Very hard to break loose. The Porsche RSR that has the engine in the rear, hanging off behind the rear axles. The new one, which I just heard that they're going to retire after this season of GT racing, which is a kind of bummer in IMSA. They just built that new Porsche RSR with the more mid-mounted engine, and they're not going to go back next year, which is a bummer, because I think BMW is pulling out at the end of this year with their M8. I think that's what I remember, and Ford already pulled out with their Ford GT. It's kind of a bummer. That's a really fun class to watch. So the BMWs, they really put on the power and break the rear end loose. You got the engine, of course, in the front. It is balanced 50-50, but you gotta be careful here. Could lose a lot of time sliding back and forth, fishtailing, trying to save it. So it looks like I've caught back up to my favorite person here. He is definitely sliding more than I am. And losing time again. Trying to make him nervous. Getting behind him. Maybe I'll flash him a little bit here too. Like, hey, remember me? Yeah, I caught back up to you. The guy that you hit, turn one. I'm back. I don't know what my last lap was at 2:38. I'm not sure what happened there. I must have had some trouble. But consistent around 2:34s. Let's see, gain. I think I'm going to gain some time here again. Maybe. Nice and smooth, easy, full power all the way through this. Come on. No lifting. Be smooth. Yeah, I feel like I gained some time there. We'll check out lap times here in a second as soon as we cross the line. Oh, yeah. Where are we here? Okay, here we are. Oh, no. Turn one again, side by side. I got the inside again. Nice. Got that done. It looks like everything was cool. Nice, smooth. Let's look at it from his point of view. Doesn't look like he puts up too much of a fight with this one. Down the inside here. Yeah. He was trying to do the undercut. Boy, it looks like we're going so slow, huh? Back on board for the last lap. So back up to 8th. Redemption there. Maybe what comes around goes around for sure in racing. So the karma got me back up to Sport Prof, and he didn't really fight me on that pass. Now let's just make sure we keep him behind us to prove the point there. Well, 8th place, not where I wanted to end up for this Nations Cup point race. I'm going to try to hit these FIA races every time. I've had some disturbing races in these FIA races, like people seemingly purposely trying to punt people off. I don't know if they are in league with the leaders, but I've had people punt me off here at this track, just come right beside me on the straightaway coming up and just sideswipe me. But that's another story for another time. Coming up here, we might get damn lion. We might get this damn lion ahead of us. That's his name. All right, full power here. Let's see if we got this right. Maybe we can gain some on the slipstream. Oh, he just looks like he's walking away from us, so maybe not. Come on. I just want to urge this guy, you know. I'm kind of all over the place right here. I hit something on my wheel and it went into the title screen. Luckily I was on that straight. Oh, he's getting it all wrong. Can we make a dive down here? Last corner? No, not going to be close enough. Maybe he'll mess it up. He's sideways on the power early for us. It's just not going to be enough. So close. Ah, so close. Well, there you have it. That was a fun race. Hopefully do better next time, but that was fun. No complaints there. So I hope you like this video, and if you don't, I'm sorry. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.